Luke, it's great to meet you, and a very impressive vehicle, and congratulations on everything. It's packed with sensors, is that right? What sort of sensors are in there? How many of them, and what are they doing?
Yeah, so we've got about 60 sensors, kind of three main categories for those. The first of which is the powertrain. So that's particularly our two rear motors. So the power that comes into them and the power that comes out, and making sure that that kind of marries up. The battery and the battery management system. So looking at key diagnostics for the battery's health, so the cells themselves, are they getting too hot? Are the voltages in unusual ranges that we wouldn't expect? Kind of making sure that our drivers are kept safe, and the battery is operating efficiently. And then all of our other sensors. So how much solar power we're getting at any point of time, how much pressure the driver is applying to the accelerator so we can see if they're driving as efficiently as they can, things like that.
Yeah. I mean, when you see this information coming in, are you feeding it back to the driver and telling them to take the foot off the pedal and stuff like that? Is it literally as mechanical as that, or are you using automated systems just to communicate directly with the vehicle itself?
It's a little bit of both. I think in terms of automation, we use the data as we get it to run numerous simulations with different models that we've developed, both mathematical and using machine learning. Those models will feed back and give us some idea of whether to increase speed, maintain speed, decrease speed based on our current position, what we've got coming up. Um, we use that to influence the car directly. So we have a throttle limiter. We can directly um, restrict how much current goes into the battery with software and prevent the driver from kind of putting too much power down. On the flip side, we can also tell the driver to manage it themselves. So particularly when you're accelerating, if we see that the driver's being quite heavy with the accelerator, that's the sort of thing we'll feed back to them and say, hey, just ease off it a little bit. Um, and kind of give that live feedback. So it is definitely both. We're updating either the car or the driver every 5 or 10 minutes, pretty much all day.
And you've got this link bonding technology in the vehicle now, which is allowing data to be transmitted over 5G cellular and also satellite at the same time simultaneously. Has that been helpful?
Absolutely. I think the biggest thing is the reliability that we get out of the system. Um, yeah, as I said, we're making changes every 5 minutes, so a dropout can be quite restrictive, especially with those simulations. If we're losing a portion of data in, let's say, an hour split, then that's not something you get back. We're not getting those same conditions on that same time of day, especially with things like solar. It is pretty dependent on when and where you are. So making sure we've got that data at all times is really important because it feeds forward. We might get a full day of data from the first day of the race, and then how does that feed forward to day two, day three, day four?
Do you think there's a application for this technology in other industries?
Yeah, I think so. Look, I've often joked that the reception in when we're driving the car during the race is better than my own car if I'm going through a tunnel, right? There is definitely some value, especially with emergency services or any kind of mobile system that needs that reliability and that data connection. There's also um, rural applications, I think, for things like farming or large things like solar farms and kind of covering large areas. So I think there's a lot of application to other industries as well.
Amazing. Really interesting. Thanks so much for talking to us today, Luke. Appreciate you,
Sounds
man.
good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right.